Good morning. It is Tuesday, July 23rd, and I'm out here with Graham. Sorry, I probably got you. Yeah, today is his 6th day after his surgery. Well, Wednesday will be 7 days from the actual surgery, and that's when he's supposed to be able to, play around again, I guess. So he's looking good, and he's been a pretty happy guy. So hopefully by tomorrow he'll be able to spend more time outside and play around with his buddy. So I have an appointment in town today. So we are up at, we've been up for a while, but we came out at 6:59 a.m. And I'll be heading to Las Vegas soon and getting to that appointment. And then I'm not sure what else is on the agenda for today. I will try to take you some places with me today and do some short film type of thing for one of the morning vlogs, which I do have a few things that will be put in to this one. I believe I even have a clip from yesterday in the morning, so you might hear good morning more than once, just like in my last one, because I think I have one that I did yesterday while I was out here with him on another day that I had an appointment in Las Vegas, which went well, so hopefully this one does too, and we'll see what we get onto today. I'm hoping if it's not raining in Las Vegas, because it's supposed to be, we have chances of rain all this week into Sunday, I believe, and it seems like every afternoon it does rain, so I'm hoping that I can get out to some places out there. I don't know where, maybe Story Lake or Harris Pond or something if it's not too muddy, and we can go, and I'll get some clips of those areas for the next vlog, and that should be hopefully up tomorrow. Today is I have a morning coffee vlog that went up this morning. The Journey to Healing will go up tomorrow actually, and then this vlog will probably be up on Thursday. So I'm trying to get the morning vlogs on Tuesday, Thursdays, and possibly Saturdays and Sundays if I have enough stuff filmed, and then Monday, Wednesday, Friday are back to Journey to Healing, and hopefully I can stay on that schedule and not skip a whole week like I did last week, but it happens, life happens. So I'm going to try to do some filming this week because I have a couple more appointments for physical therapy, so those ones shouldn't be too bad, and they're closer to where I'm at now, so I'm hoping that it won't be so hard to get some filming in. And alright then, I'm going to finish getting ready to get out of here, and I will check back in later on in Las Vegas. Have a great day. Bye. There's Onslow on top of the shed, enjoying the sunrise. Good morning, and these two are back together. It's Wednesday, July 24th, and it's been a week since his surgery, so he's been able to come out. No, She's trying to get his leash or something out of my bag. I don't know. But here they are, of course, right around me. Did I get their faces? Yeah, so they are able to play. They did sort of get a little rough on each other at the beginning, but not real bad, and now they're pretty calm, just walking around, and they've been able to sniff each other, and now they can calm down and just play and get some water out of the pond, I guess. Alright, well, I will check in later with probably do a video out here today. I do have an appointment at 12:45 for physical therapy, so who knows what will happen with these videos today. Alright, I'll see you later. Bye. I'm back. I've been sitting out here reading I was talking to my dad for a bit, and then also reading. See if I can show you. There's a lot of mosquitoes out here. Just started chapter 3 in here, so I'm behind, but it's okay. And then I got this one. I showed this in another video. So I started that yesterday during while I was waiting for my doctor's appointment, because I was a walk-in. I had a good like 2-hour wait, I think, which is not bad. Because other people have waited, 5 hours or something. So it wasn't a really long wait, although I did get there very early. I got there in the parking lot by like 8 o'clock ish, and they don't open till 9. But because I go from out of town, from out here, I wanted to be there early and make sure that I could sign in first, because being a walk-in, you can only go between 9 and 11 o'clock. And I figured, what, I want to be the first one. That way my wait isn't as long. So it wasn't too bad. Plus I have books, and listen to a podcast. And I'm trying out these headphones that I got that have a mic on them. Since I'm sitting outside, I forgot my little, I guess I forgot the microphones inside. I don't know. They might be in my bag. I'm not sure. But I decided to try this one out because I was using this to talk to my dad. And I figured I would try it. And let's see how long I can stay out here, because there are some serious mosquitoes. And they all seem to be kind of coming around this area. It's been really wet because we've been having a lot of rain, so this amount of mosquitoes is kind of strange for us out here, at least for the time that I've been living out here. We would get a few, but not like this. Although we haven't, out of the 5 years that we've been here, this is the first one where we've had this much rain, I think, consecutively. And then yesterday I was going out to Vegas, and I didn't notice it here. I noticed it out there that there was like this haze around the city, and it looked like smoke, but there was no smell of smoke. I hadn't heard about any fires recently. So then I thought, well, and it's not windy. It was pretty calm, because it could have been like, dust up in the air, because it looked like dirty, part of it. And then part of it looked like, well, maybe it's just raining, because I know it's raining off in like the Mora section and that, but it was like that since the morning, all day long. When I left to come back home, it still looked the same. And I know it was raining in different parts, but you could tell that area was a little bit different looking. And on the other side, it just looked like hazy. And I thought, well, that's odd, because there's not ever smog there, like not something like that. It's a small place. And I looked on, different pages on Facebook for that area, just to see if anyone had reported anything, but there was nothing. And on my way home, it rained from not too far out of Las Vegas, maybe 15 minutes out of town or so, and probably it stopped about 10 minutes before I got to my house. So it rained all the way. It rained steady. It wasn't like real hard or anything. So I thought maybe that was the reason. But today I woke up, and it doesn't look as bad as it did yesterday. But over in Vegas, because I guess later on in the day it was like that here, because my husband said that it looked the same that I was explaining over there. And today it looks like that again. And my dad said the news was telling him that, or not telling him, but was talking about fires in, I think he said Canada and Colorado. And if I'm not mistaken, there are some in Oregon, because a friend of mine, Melinda, was sharing that on her Facebook page. So it seems like we're getting the smoke from out there. And it doesn't smell like smoke, but that doesn't mean that it's not affecting us. But it's, I guess, kind of like in the upper atmosphere or something like that. I don't know. I didn't watch the news, so I'm not exactly sure, but that's kind of what's going on. So I don't know how long that's going to be. So just pray for all those people out there that are dealing with the fires and people dealing with flooding and all sorts of different things going on with the weather and just in general. So today I do have, like I said, I have physical therapy for my hand, and I've been debating on canceling it or not, because I have it twice a week, but it's a little harder for me to get out there twice a week, because I need to get a ride. And usually, I mean, sometimes I use my dad's truck and that issue, but it's just really the biggest reason is because I'm just tired of all the appointments. It has been crazy since May with appointments, like 2 or 3 every week. So, I can do a lot of the exercises here at home, which I've been doing. And there's some stuff that I can't do that they have to do there. So I'm planning on going once a week, but I have it Wednesday and Friday this week. And, I'm thinking tomorrow is my day to go. Tomorrow or today. I don't even know what day it is. I think I said it was Tuesday earlier. It's Wednesday. My appointment's today. I don't know. I think it's been a week already. It's been a month. It's been crazy. And yesterday was my mom's 2-year anniversary since her passing. And I did put together a little short video here on YouTube later during the day, but it was one of those days I was trying to just be in the moment and hang out, with my dad. And we talked to my sister Jermaine on the phone. I know he talked to my sister Swan while I was at my appointment, and then my sister Jermaine called during when I was at the house, and she told us some interesting things that happened to her yesterday. And she was thinking the same way, like, I don't want to think about it. I have to go to work. I just want to kind of go about my day. And everything that she did, people that walked in, there was always a reminder. It was like she said when she got to work, one of her coworkers put on music, and the first song that played was a song that she had dedicated to my mom. And then one of her regulars went in and gave her a card, just one of the thinking of you cards during your mom's anniversary. And then she had some other, I think it was a couple of gentlemen that went in from the Taos area, I believe, and they were talking to her and just kind of, gave her a word. And he said that God had things to tell her, or had him tell her these things. And, it did have something to do with, like, my mom, the way it went about, him knowing to tell her. Somehow he brought up being as old as our dad or something like that, and they got into the age thing, and he told her, I bet your mom is younger than your dad. And she said, well, yes, she was. And she had passed into that day was her 2-year since she had passed. And he's like, I knew it, that's why I had to tell you this. And he gave her a word about to continue to be a voice and share God's word, and also that for her to stay in her space, a little longer, whatever that means, because her blessing was coming. And I hope it's okay that I share this. I'm sure she'll be fine with it, but I just love to hear these things, and see how they come to pass, because there's so many awful and negative things in the world that it's amazing to see when you get these positive messages from people that God puts in your life and your pathway, and some people that she doesn't see very often. I think she said she may have had them as customers once years ago. I mean, it had been a while. So, that happened, and, it was just a different kind of day yesterday, of course. And just, I went through photos of photo albums that they had there at the house, and took some pictures of some of them. And so in the short, I did share some of my mom when she was really young. I think some of those pictures were from their first year of marriage, maybe. And some, a little later, and I think there's even a couple from high school, maybe. And they, in one of them, I think they had gone to a town in New Mexico, in Aztec, New Mexico, and they were only, let's see, I think when they got married, my mom was 17, my dad was 18, and yeah, because she would have been 18 that year, and she had me when she was 19, and she was going to be 20 a few months later. So yes, they got married when she was 17, and my dad was 18, and so there's some of those pictures. It's so interesting to see how young they were, and then also to see there was a picture of my aunt Irene, my mom's sister, with her in that area, and it was really cool to see it. My aunt was really young. She was not sure how many years difference her and my mom are, but I would say if my mom was about, it probably was, because they got married in January, so she was probably already 18 by the time they went out there. So my aunt may have been 13, maybe. I'm not sure, but they were really young. So it's fun to go through those photos, and one of my plans is to go through them and write down names on them. We started a little bit. My mom had done some already, but there's a lot of older photos of our cousins and older family members that some people wouldn't know anymore. And then now that my mom knew a lot of them, and she told me who they were, so I know some. And then, but now my grandma's gone, and there was some pictures that I wanted to show her and ask her who they were, and I think I did send them to her, and I'm gotta look back through messages and see, but I know there's a lot, like it's hard now because there's not a lot of people to ask, so I may have to get some of from my aunt, probably knows some of them, and then possibly some of my older cousins that might know who some of them are. So it's going to be interesting to go through all of that. I love looking at pictures and just seeing how things were back then, and just the different style of dress, and also just to see what my parents looked like, and my aunts and my uncles and cousins, they're a lot older than me, looked like back then. And because we didn't know them, and it's fun to hear their stories too. Like my dad tells some stories, and my mom had told me some, and I have a letter that my mom had written to me when we were living out here already. We wrote a few letters back and forth. She wanted to get mail, so we wrote some letters, and she wrote me a letter of her, kind of her growing up. She was supposed to write more, but she never did. But she told me a lot of the stories, and I'm hoping that between me and my sisters and my brother, we can, we'll kind of be able to piece together some of the fun stories that she told us. But and she told me about growing up and where she went to school, and just all the things that went on when she was really young and kind of in her teen years. Excuse me. Ugh. I guess I'm still a little tired today, and it's already 8:29, but I woke up at 4, went back to sleep, woke up at 6:30, I guess, but I was like, I don't feel like getting up just yet, and I kind of dozed off a little bit, and I woke up a little after 7, and like I felt kind of, that, I don't know, just weird, like you wake up in the middle of a sleep cycle or something, but I was like, I can't sleep anymore. My body starts to hurt too much laying down. So I got up, got coffee, and since Graham is able to be outside and play with Pumpkin, we came out, and I'm letting them run around, and they've done really well. They haven't messed around too hard with each other, so I think they're good. but they're having fun, and he's been wanting to come out and play with her, and she's been crying at our door, and I feel so bad for them, but hopefully they'll do well today and they can play around. I hope that you enjoyed this one, and I will see you guys all later. I hope you have a wonderful day. God bless you. See you in the next one. Bye.